So now, good morning students of class 9. Now today we are doing economics. And here, so far we have reached organization of production. So production of goods and services. Raw material and money in hand. In order to produce goods or merchandise or things, you need raw materials. Without raw materials, you cannot produce anything. Not only that, you also need to have money in your hand in order to make payments. In order to make payments for the raw material, payments for the people who work in your firm or in your company. So, raw material and money in hand are also required in the process of manufacturing or in the process of production of goods and services. Now there are altogether 4 points over here, very short, but pay attention. Production needs or requires various type of raw materials. Various type of raw materials, we cannot count. Each factory requires various different type of raw material. For example, take the example in a village, a potter. He wants to make pots and sell in the market in order to earn some money. He needs mud, a clay. That is his raw material. Suppose a weaver who make cloth. In the villages also they make cloth. They weave. They make threads out of cotton. So these are the raw materials for the production of either it is a cloth or a yarn means thread, or pots or anything. For example, a carpenter. For carpenter, wood is a raw material. So in this way, production needs various type of raw materials. Not only raw materials. You also need money. Money is always required. You must have money in your hand. Without money, how can you run the process? So, money is required to keep the production process going. Process means the method going. If you run a business, or if you have a small industry, you have the raw materials, but you do not have money in your hand, so you will find it very difficult. The workers will not work. They wanted money, so there will be a lock on the door, at the door. So naturally, you need money to pay for the raw materials, to pay for the workers, so and to pay for the normal wear and tear of the machinery. Sometimes the machineries break down, you need to repair, and for that you need a money. For example, if you buy a bus, you have a car. When you are driving a car, you need to have some money in your pocket. Suppose if your car has got a puncture, if you have no money, what you will do? You always must have money in your hand. Similarly, especially those who run a business, those who manufacture things, they always must have some money as reserve with them, so that they can pay the workers, or pay for the raw materials, or to pay for the breakdown of the machines, and so on. So raw material and money in hand are very necessary in the production. These raw materials and money in hand are called working capital. Working capital, so that the work can be carried on. This is called a working capital, because with this raw material and money in hand will keep the work go on, or keep the working process go on. They are used up in the process. Suppose if you have got a machine, the machine will remain there every year. Sometimes it breaks, but you have to repair it. That's why you need a money. And the money in your hand is used up. You have already paid. And the raw material is also used. And next time again you have to buy raw material. You must have some more money in your hand. They are used up in the process of manufacturing, or process of production of goods and services. Here, number 3, the fourth requirement. We need fourth requirement also. What is the fourth requirement? It is human capital. This is called a human capital. That is knowledge. A person must have a knowledge. If you have no knowledge, you will fail in the process of production. If you want to make anything, if you have no knowledge, you cannot make it. So, knowledge and expertise. You must know very well what you are doing and how it has to be made. That is called expertise. Knowledge and expertise are human capital. And we get this expertise through training, through education. We develop human capital. So, fourth requirement is human capital. That is, you must have the knowledge and the expertise to carry out the production of goods and services. Suppose if you want to start a business and if you have no idea about business, or if you don't know how to speak properly, every time you feel very angry with other people, how can you run a business? To run a business, you must be very polite. You should know how to contact with people. You should know how to respect people. You should know how to attract people. If these knowledge you do not have, you cannot run a business. So similarly, if you want to produce things, if you want to manufacture things, you must have the knowledge about that process, how to do, how to run the business, or how to manufacture things, how to keep people working. If you have, suppose if you have a small industry, suppose if you have a small industry, and suppose 10 people are working in your industry, right? If you do not know how to behave with them, one by one they will leave. Nobody wants to come there in your firm or in your industry to work because you are very rude, you don't know how to behave. So naturally you cannot run, you must have the knowledge. So that means that is called human capital. You must have the knowledge and expertise to carry out the process of production. For the production of goods and services, services means to provide service to the people. If you don't know how to behave with other people, or if you don't know how to talk with other people, every time you give them, abuse them, every time you get angry with them, people do not want to work in your industry. So you must have the knowledge and expertise to carry out the production of goods and services. So that is human capital. And we learn good manners, how to speak, how to behave, how to sit together and how to work together, we learn in the school and in the training centers. So that is human capital. That is the fourth requirement for production of goods and services. Now every production, whatever you produce, whether you produce a pot, whether you produce a furniture, whether you produce toys or cottage industries or big industries, whatever you produce, these are production produced in the factory, the bags, clothes, everything, whatever you see, they are produced in the factories. Every production is organized, management by combining land, you require land, you require labor, you require physical capital. We have learned already about physical capital, and money in hand, raw materials, buildings, tools, physical capital, and human capital, all these things. And they are called the factors of production. These are called factors of production. Now suppose if anyone asks you, mention the factors of production. What are the factors of production? Now you have to answer. This is the answer. The factors of production are, you don't have to write the first line. Every production is organized by combining. You don't have to write. What are the factors of production? The factors of production are land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. Okay. So now, that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class and continue our lesson.